So we are back. We are back once again. And guess who is already in the headlines? The Florida Panthers have won their last 7 games in a row. If you're new here, welcome. I invite you to subscribe and do all of that. But if you're not, then you know that the Florida Panthers just eliminated us out of the second round in 7 games after we did the same thing to them the year prior. We have a rivalry brewing. We have a huge rivalry brewing, and this is why, as a free agent, I made the executive decision to give the Boston Bruins one more go. Now, this will be our last contract with the Bruins. This will be our last 2 years. We are moving on after this, and I have a feeling at where we're going. But I'm just saying, man, 2 years ago, we beat the Panthers in 7 games. We go on to win the Stanley Cup. Last year, the Panthers beat us in 7 games. They go on to win the Stanley Cup. We have a rivalry brewing here. We have a huge rivalry, and it needs to end. I'm not walking away from this. That's some beta shit. I'm not walking away from that kind of challenge. I will go. We will make the playoffs. We will face the Panthers again, and we will have the end of the trilogy against the Florida Panthers. All right? That's what we're doing with the Boston Bruins, and it hasn't been the greatest start for the Bruins so far in the season. As you can see, I have played already 13 games in this season, partly because I really want to get the season underway, and I want to get the regular season going a little bit faster. I don't want to spend an eternity of videos on the regular season, because now it's about the storyline. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to speed up the regular season, but right now, we are just outside of a playoff spot, but it's okay, because we can make that up. And our next game is against the Carolina Hurricanes, and that is for good reason. Now, we will find that out in a little bit, but I invite you to look at the roster. It is me at starting left wing, along with Niemi. They put Tomi Niemi, on our first line because he is now an 88 overall. He is 26. He potentially could go up to 89, maybe even a 90 if he has a good couple of games here, but you don't know. Wait, what does he have? 12 assists and only 1 goal. That's hilarious. So he keeps going. Nordstrom is our new right winger. That is an interesting thing. I didn't know I was going to take this, but he's been really, really good in gameplay so far. He is a big boy, 6'5". Look at that, man. He is huge, and he's been playing like it, man. 7 goals, 7 assists. Nordstrom is on pace. He's going to get at least 25 to 30 goals. That is just the type of player that he is, at least in gameplay. Our second line, Pavel Buchnevich, is on the left wing of the second line. That is very good. He is going to be playing with Nikita Brusterov, who is in his final year of his contract, and he's 29 years old. He will be an unrestricted free agent after this season, so that will be very interesting. We might have to play our last season in Boston without Nikita, but we'll see how that goes. As far as our right wing goes on the second line, it is Joshua Ho-Sang. He is now an 82 overall, whereas he was an 84 last season for most of last season, and then an 83, so he's dropping a little bit. He signed a 1-year deal with the Bruins, so there you go. We might have to replace him in the offseason, but it's all good. He's going to do the job. So far, 6 points in 13 games. He's doing all right for a second line. Our third line, Evgeny Svechnikov is our left winger on the third line, along with Vasinov, who had 40 goals last season. 44, I think. Yes, 44 goals last season for Vasinov. He's pretty much a lock for 30, and he's going to get 40. He is actually pretty much a lock for 40. Never mind. Okay, so he's a 40-goal scorer on the third line. So we have a wicked 1-2-3 combination, 1-2-3 punch at center. That is a huge improvement from what we had last season, and Jared McCann will complete the top 9 forwards, On the fourth line, it's a little bit dim. We don't have the greatest fourth line of all time, but Josh Williams is out here, and he's a third liner. Other than that, we kind of have, I guess I'd say an average fourth line, since we have a fourth liner, a third liner, and a depth forward. Not the greatest, but it's all good. We'll figure it out. As far as our defense goes, it didn't really get better. It got worse, actually. We lost Lucas Johansson, which is unfortunate. Everyone else is pretty much 80s or high 70s. It's not a fantastic defense core at all. And here is the real bad news here. At goaltending, this man is coming up. He's got holy smokes, he's got a .961 save percentage so far. That is ridiculous in 2 games. Holy moly. How does he not have a win? That is trash. That is hot trash. But here is the disappointment, is Hutchings. Hutchings is no longer medium elite. After his poor performance in the playoff run last year, he went down to a medium starter, and he's now 26 years old, so he will not be an elite goaltender. He might go up to 83, and that's about it. Very disappointing stuff right there from Hutchings. We were expecting more out of him, especially when he was the backup to Matt Murray. He looked like he was really going to be somebody someday. And just our defense kind of screwed that up for him. As far as our spares go, we have both Rudolph's Balsers. That's very good. We have Petit, or Petit, however you pronounce that. He's Canadian, so I would assume it's Petit. Good player for us last year, if I do remember correctly. Yeah, you know what? He stepped in there and got a couple points. That's what you like to see. And we have Hutchinson. So not Hutchings, but Hutchinson. Not a great player. He's a minor league player, but hopefully he doesn't have to get in the lineup, but he will have to at some point because that's just how it goes. Oh, yeah! The Carolina Hurricanes. This is what I wanted you guys to see, and this is why we are playing the Carolina Hurricanes in this video. Lionel Fraze was a free agent, and he opted to go with the Carolina Hurricanes. He signed Kasperi Kapanen is on the Canes, too. Man, I just might go to the Hurricanes once this contract is over. Now, he's going to start dropping after next season. Fraze is going to start dropping, so I don't know if he's still going to be as dominant if we do join the Hurricanes, but he signed a massive 7-year, $11 million contract per year. That is a massive deal, considering his age, really, and we are 29 years old, and we signed 2 years at the highest salary that we've had so far in our career, $13.01 million. I think we are one of the highest, if not the highest paid player in the NHL, which makes a lot of sense. We are the greatest goal scorer to ever hit the ice. We don't really have any milestones for us this season. We're kind of away from a lot of things. If you consider 1,300 points a milestone, then I guess, but other than that, that's pretty much it. All right, so let's go. Let's get to the gameplay portion of this video, and here we go with the first two pairs of simulation. We are down 5-3 because we are simply not a great defensive team. 95 offense. I think we had 96 last season. 81 defense. We had 82 last season, and 81 goaltending, pretty much the same as last season. So it's been a little bit of a downgrade for the Bruins, but we're going to see what we can do, and we're going to try our damn best to make it back to the playoffs, because once you're in the playoffs, ain't no telling what's going to happen, man. That's just how it goes. So here we are with this third period getting going, and the brand new first line for the Boston Bruins. With me, Niemi, and Nordstrom. That is, I am the only remaining part, the only recurring factor in that first line is me. So it's been a little bit of an adjustment, but you know what? It's still a very effective first line. I wish Nikita was still the first line center, but they made that decision, I guess, so that Nikita can get better or easier matchups. I honestly don't know exactly what the logic is right there by playing Nikita on the second line, but it is what it is. And you may have also noticed that I am an alternate captain, and that is because we were a free agent for 1 day. And the game is bullshit. And when that happens, you lose your captaincy. So we are no longer the captain. I believe captaincy went to Nikita, who is now on our second line. So that is, you know what? He deserves it. He deserves to be captain. He probably should have been captain on the Arizona Coyotes for a little bit, because he really was the only skilled player on that Coyotes. Oh, what a goal. What an absolute snipe. I did not think he was going to put that home, but that was right in off the post. Holy moly, who did that? Wow, Gabriel Carlson? Looking like John Carlson. But I messed up. I said the Arizona Coyotes. That's not who drafted him. He was drafted by the Nashville Predators. So, yeah, he probably should have been the captain of the Predators. So it's nice to see that he's the captain of the Bruins. And we're just moving the captaincy around. You know, we're kind of like the San Jose Sharks, except we've actually won stuff. And we have a sim goal. This one for Carolina. It's now 6-4. And no, I will not request for a trade. Listen, I know that the team probably is worse than it was last season, the Boston Bruins, but I'm still not requesting a trade, all right? For two reasons. One, I don't like the club hop. Okay, that's just not what I'm about. And two, it would be very, very difficult to move a $13 million contract mid-season. That would not happen easily, okay? So we're not going to do it. We're not going to request a trade because, realistically, the only place we could go is a team that has either enough cap space to take on a $13 million contract, which means they are probably hot garbage, or a team, oh, nice, beautiful give-and-go play. I think that's Nordstrom. Yes, indeed it is. Nordstrom getting his 8th of the season. You love to see it. That kid is good, man. He's huge, and he's got a shot. As soon as he gets a little bit of skating involved in there, he's going to be an absolute problem. Oh my God, no way. No way that went in. We just shot that from the sidewall. That's hilarious. Man, that is 3 quick ones for the Boston Bruins. Let's go. But yeah, the other reason is if a team doesn't have a $13 million cap space that they could play with and acquire me, then they're going to have to trade a really good player, you know, just to make the cap room. So is it really going to be a good team? I don't think we're going to end up on a good team regardless of the situation that happens if we get traded. So we might as well just stay with Boston, right? Stay home, stay with what we know. We might not be an elite team. We might not be a Stanley Cup contender on paper. But you know what? I believe in us. I believe in our ability to make some clutch things happen. Speaking of which, boom, we just made a nice comeback, tying it 6-6, and we might actually just get the 7th one right here. Boom, back at the point, and we're going to get the puck back. There you go. That was a dangerous pass. That was bad. That was bad. I don't know why I did that. I probably should have shot it. Oh, my God, what a hit. That was beautiful. You love to see that. That was clean as a whistle. Right, shoulder to shoulder. Give me this. Give me this. Yes, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and the toe drag was just a little bit too late. It's all good. We got the loose puck. No, we don't. I think that's Nordstrom just murdering people out there. He is adding a physical element that we haven't seen on our first line in ages. Okay, well, other than me, obviously I've always been a big hitter, but he is really going to take over for that role because realistically, our character, man, 29 years old, he's going to start to tail off the physicality a little teeny tiny bit, sort of like similarly what Alexander Ovechkin did. Alex Ovechkin was an absolute wrecking ball in his early days, right? He would hit everything. He would be leading his team in goals, assists, and hits. And then as he got a little bit older, he kind of realized, yo, if I hit that much, if I play that kind of game, that's great and all, but that's going to put a timestamp on my career, and at some point, it's just not going to go well, and my body's going to break down. So he kind of started to hit a little bit less and less. Don't get me wrong, he can still absolutely murder people, but that is not a main part of his game anymore. He just, sometimes he does it, and you're reminded that, holy shit, Alex Ovechkin is a tank. But he doesn't run around to get hits like he used to do earlier in his career. That's basically where we're at right now with this character, is we're going to start to play like we realize that we're getting a little bit older. You know, we've had a long career, over a decade long in the NHL. I think this is our 12th season. I'm pretty sure this is our 12th season. So, you know what? We kind of have to start taking care of our body just a little bit. Oh, and they're going to score in overtime. We almost make another beautiful comeback happen, but we just fall just barely short, but it's all good. Speaking of comebacks, holy cow, the Leafs game. Dude, I wish I had recorded our Discord call during that Leafs game because it was unbelievable. We were losing our minds. We were so mad at the Leafs because they were flat. They were flat throughout that entire game. They were just generating nothing, and they didn't even seem interested in generating anything. And then Jason Spezza had his fight. Speaking of which, we're taking on the Ottawa Senators right now. There you go. Boom, boom. That's a nice little segue for you right there. We got a point in our last game with that overtime loss. And after 2 periods, we are up by 1. But Jason Spezza gets into a fight, and he trades, man. He trades with the guy. He got clocked. He landed a couple of punches. It was a good one. It was a good tussle. But a lot of people are putting a little bit too much emphasis on that fight. A lot of people think, or seem to think, that that was the big turning point. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure it was the turning point because the Leafs were flat as hell after that fight for another like 6 or 8 minutes. I don't remember exactly the timestamp of that fight, but the Leafs were still flat after that. They did absolutely nothing until they had a TV timeout late in the game, and I think that's just personal opinion, okay? And this is kind of a little bit of a Leafs reaction video, I guess, but it's all right. I didn't want to make it a standalone video. I might as well talk about some playoff hockey while we're playing some regular season here in Be a Pro. You feel me? So I think it was Sheldon Keefe, man. Hold on. Oh, off the post. God damn it. I'm pretty damn sure the turning point was Sheldon Keefe saying something. I don't know what it was. I don't know if we'll ever know what it was. There might have been mics. Well, there definitely were mics, but I don't know if they're going to release that information. It would be great to see what kind of... Aw, big rip. I was about to set up a one-timer. But it would be great to see what kind of speech happened at the TV timeout. That is what turned the Leafs around. They came out of that thing on fire, and they were looking to get the job done. They got the first goal. Nylander barely celebrating, just getting right down to business, boys. We still got some work to do. They just barely fist bump, yeah, whatever. Going back to the bench, and then they get another one, and now we're like, oh, fuck. At this point in our Discord call, we were saying, like, fuck you. This is literally what we were saying. We were like, fuck you. You don't get to do this to us. You don't get to give us hope and then lose the bloody game and not get the comeback going. You don't get to do that. We've watched 70 games of your season, and you've been flat for the entirety of this last game. You better come back. You better complete this comeback, or else go fuck yourself with it. You know what I mean? That was the mood in our Discord. And then the empty net happens. They pulled the goalie, and we're like, oh, man. Oh, this is close. Columbus misses a couple of opportunities. They miss another one where it hits the freaking plastic. The plastic of the net, man. We thought, in the Discord, we all thought it was in. And then a second later, we realized, oh, my God, that hit the side of the net. And at that point, I got to give credit. The real-life person that the Nikita character is based on was in the Discord call, and he said when that puck hit the plastic part of the net, he said the Leafs are winning this game. He said if there is a hockey god, that was it right there, and the Leafs are winning this game. Lo and behold, the next shift, holy moly, William Nylander just plays some stick-handling nonsense, and we were all like, Willie, you better not turn this over. He gets it up the ice. Jaime, Matthews, back to Jaime, big snipes, and then the Discord call absolutely lost their freaking minds. I wish I had recorded it, because it would have made a great video. It would have made an absolute banger of a video. But it is what it is, man. We're going to have those memories forever, and we were just thrilled. That was one of the best moments I've ever witnessed watching sports. And this is why you watch sports. I don't understand the people that are going to leave, by the way. There's a lot of people that tune out the game when it's getting late and it looks like their team is not going to win. And I understand that if it's like game 38 of the regular season, right? I understand it if you have literally nothing riding on the game. But this is the last game of your season. And bye was one of the words that was the most used, was actually the most used word at some point on Leafs Twitter. I'm like, bye? Bye? Motherfucker, what? Buy yourself some flowers for your soft ass. You better stay in there. You've watched 70 games of the goddamn season only to leave when they're down 3-0? Fuck out of here. And let this be a lesson, man. There's a few young people that watch these videos, and I gotta tell you, man, you don't watch sports to see your team dominate the entire time. You watch sports because you're gonna see some crazy shit. This is why we watch sports. It's the crazy shit that makes it entertaining. If nothing crazy or unexpected ever happened, would sports be fun? No, it wouldn't be fun. If you knew everything that was gonna happen all the time, what would be the point of watching? So if your team is down late in a game, fucking stay, man. You gotta be in there. And I find it really hypocritical when some people say, oh, the Leafs, if they just tried, if they just gave a shit, if they just had effort for 60 minutes, and then they leave. They leave before the game's over. Really? Nah, man. You watch sports to see crazy shit happen. You stick around just in case, because at some point in your life, you will see a miracle. And that's what we saw. It was the closest thing you could get to a miracle, man. Holy moly. We simulated one game after winning that one against the Sens. We lost against the Ducks, so we got to come out here and get a W against our boys, our rivals, the Vancouver Canucks, our old rivals, who are also advancing to the playoffs. I am hype about that. It's a 4-0 start. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to simulate the third period. Boom. 5-0 W. I don't know which goalie of ours got it, but I decided to simulate this because we can then advance and take on the Edmonton Oilers, the Lionel Frazeless Edmonton Oilers. I don't know what type of season they're having, but I guess we're about to find out as we just roll it on past the San Jose Sharks. What are the Oilers doing? 14-4-2. The Oilers are a real team, boys. All right, let's go. Let's face them in Edmonton. First period, 2-2. Second period, 6-2. And we got 2 goals on the night. We're going to play this. Dropping a puck on a third, and here we go. The Oilers are going to dump it in nice and early. They got the dump and chase strats going. Or maybe we just shut down the zone entry that easily. I don't know, man, but I would not be dumping the puck in. Oh, maybe, you know what? Holy shit, maybe they have a grindy-ass team, and that's their game plan, and it works. I don't know. Body check. Let's go. In the corner. Boom. By the way, if you have a prediction for Leafs-Columbus Game 5 tonight at 8 Eastern, let me know. Let your boy know. Do you have a prediction? If you get it right, man, big kudos to you. I will give you a shout-out. Here we go. I will give you a shout-out on the next video if you get the prediction right. If you get the winner and the score right. Actually, no. The score right is a little... If you get the winner and the margin of victory right, like if you say the Leafs are going to win by 2 or the Jackets are going to win by 1, I will give you a shout out if you get it right in the next video. All right? And don't be posting your comments after the game is over. I can see at what time you posted the shit. As soon as 8 p.m. Eastern rolls around, that shit is over. That shit is over. So you better get in your predictions right now before the game starts. All right? You feel me? Matter of fact, I think this is something I'm going to do a little bit more often. Why not? Why not? This is cool. This is fun. You guys like this? I like this. We're going to do this as we hit the post. Well, the Oilers hit the post. God damn it. I still think the Oilers is we, man. Even though now, after this contract, we will be Boston Bruins for longer than any other team that we've been on. We've been on the Blues for 3 years, and then on the Oilers for 4 years. This is our 5th year as a Boston Bruin. Now, we've had a huge injury in year 3 or 4. Year 3 it was. We had a huge injury, so I don't know about total games played, but this is our 5th year, which is the most consecutive seasons that we've stayed with one team. So I like it. I actually like it. Being on a single team for a long stretch of your career is realistically what a 99 overall, greatest of all time goal scorer should do. All right, that type of player doesn't club hop. They just don't. Oh boy, this is not the NBA, right? This ain't. We're gonna lose to the Warriors and then sign with the Warriors. All right, I'm not down with that. That's not what I do. That's not what I'm about. I'm about you stick through the hard times and you get that shit. Oh my God, and you get your championships the right way. By fighting through adversity and finally overcoming it. That's how you get your championships. I could sign with the best team in the league every single time I'm up for a contract, and then we could just dominate all the way to a Stanley Cup. And then we could finish the season, or finish the career, with like 8 or 10 Stanley Cups. That ain't what I'm about, man. That ain't fun. That's no fun. There's no adversity. You gotta fight through shit. You gotta know the pain of losing to enjoy the joy of winning. I'm sorry, that's just how it goes. That is just how it goes. And we have 0 stamina right now, and the coach still doesn't want me on. That's my fault. I blew that. Fuck. Thank God that wasn't a big goal, and it's 7-4, but that is 100% my fault. Is that Puljujarvi? That looks a little bit like Puljujarvi. If that was Jesse Puljujarvi, man. Oh, please don't. Oh, that's a nice play. We get back on the ice. Oh, I don't even know if I got on the ice, but they score. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. 7-5. It's a 2-goal lead. They're making it interesting. Please don't make a huge comeback happen. Oh my God. Oh my God, my team's starting to turn pucks over. This is not good. The Oilers are being very aggressive. They really want to get this puck. They really want to get as many shots as they can on net, man. They are in full desperation mode. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. 1-on-3. We're going to try to make something happen. We're going to go to the outside, hook back, boom, back at the point because they're not playing it that hard. We're going to get that and just throw it on net. That's definitely not the animation I wanted, but we did want to throw it on net. Here come the Oilers the other way. They're just going to, there you go. We're going to take away the middle of the ice, man. Nothing through the middle of the ice. It's not happening, son. Not happening. You're going to take outside shots. Hutchings is going to make saves. Boom. There you go. We pick that off as they try to force it through our defense. And just like that, we get another shift going. 1:57 left. We're going to simulate. We are up by 2. I don't think they're making this comeback. No, they don't. 7-4. Huge Dobbs butt for the Boston Bruins. And we get another 2 points in the standings, man. We are chasing down a playoff spot in the Atlantic Division. I'm just going to go in the main menu of the career mode just to see where we are. It was Jesse Puljujarvi. Shit, son. He's still an Oiler in the simulation. That's crazy. That's crazy. He signed a 1-year contract to play with, I think it was Karpat in Finland. And you know what? I just don't think he wants to sign a long-term deal because he's trying to play with Connor McDavid again. That's all I'm thinking, 10-7-2 are the Boston Bruins. It's been pretty decent. We got 19 games played. We're about a quarter of the way through this season. 17 goals because I'm me. We got 33 points because, once again, I am me. And we are, we're still not in the playoff spot. Now, if we win this, we can be in a playoff spot. And we have some Atlantic Division games coming up. So next video, I don't know if I'm going to play these, honestly. I was going to say next video is going to be interesting, but we're going to fast forward the season, so we only have 3, maybe 4 videos of regular season. Let me know if you got predictions for the Leafs game, the winner, and the margin of victory, and if you get it right, I will give you a shout-out next video. But for now, that's going to be it. It's going to be the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hook your boy up and punch the like button in the face. Spam the hell out of it, comment, and subscribe. I'm G20 Man. As always, I love you guys, and I am out this bitch. Peace.